So we'll go ahead and get started. So Pledgeling, we build virtual donation technology for live events. And as I said previously, this is going to be focused specifically on using the OnZoom platform to fundraise for your live events. All right, so we work with nonprofits of all sizes, as well as brands of all sizes, to make sure that fundraising is as simple as possible. We're also the official charitable giving partner of Zoom. So if you have any questions related to fundraising and donation events through the Zoom platform, you can contact us at zoomdonations@pledgeling.com, or just ask any questions after the session. So we'll stay around for any Q&A and live conversation too. And I wanted to give a brief overview of some of the types of events that we've done. We've had the privilege of working with a lot of different nonprofits and brands throughout this season in accelerating different live event fundraising and seen that come about in a lot of different ways. So this is just a brief overview of what some of these activations have been.
Hi, Jennifer.
Welcome to the Quality Now, Quality Reality Gala.
Tonight, we pay tribute to nurses and healthcare professionals. Welcome to the very first ever PFFJ virtual gala.
We are here tonight to change the world.
All donations tonight will help support the incredible leadership. Three schools of pledge, the live pledge. We have set up this awesome pledging link.
Just text nurse to 70 70 70. Go to the donation page and donate. It's steady.
We are up to $500,000, people.
We've got over 300 people still with us. This is fantastic. The total amount donated through Pledgeling is more than $95,000.
I donated, and I'm so proud to be part of it. I say, we say, thank you.
Great. There we go. Getting back to it. So we've been able to work with a lot of different types of fundraisers and types of nonprofits on various really creative events, which has been incredible. We want to be super upfront and transparent about fees and costs associated with using Pledgeling tools through the OnZoom platform. So the technology is free. With using the tools, that can include a fundraiser page, virtual donation overlay, and also donations during the ticketing process. There are no fees. So Pledgeling, we have a 0% processing fee, and Zoom is covering the credit card fees associated with donations made through the OnZoom platform. And we're able to fund this through tips and different corporate partners. So I have a screen grab here of one of our donation forms. And on the form, you'll see 2/3 of the way down, there's an option for individuals to add on a tip to Pledgeling. So that's our transparent way of saying, hey, if you enjoy the service and if someone's interested in helping fund us, they can provide a tip to Pledgeling. So all nonprofits in the US that are in good standing with the IRS, as well as over 100,000 international organizations, are eligible to receive donations through Pledgeling forms. So this means that you can fundraise for them during any OnZoom event, during the ticketing process, and through some of our other tools. And you can check to see if your nonprofit is listed in our system through pledgeling.com/causes. You can search either by name or by EIN number. If it happens that the nonprofit is not in the system and you want to suggest a new nonprofit to add into the database, we have a link provided right here as well. And no worries about writing it down. I'll send this doc out to everyone so that you have access to those elements. Okay, so how it works. Creating your OnZoom event. Once you're logged into the OnZoom platform, you can go ahead and just create your new event. You'll see here, once you scroll down and select the day and time of your event, then you can turn it on to being a fundraiser. So you just toggle the fundraiser button on, and then you'll use our search widget to find the nonprofit or multiple nonprofits that you're interested in fundraising for. And you can fundraise for up to 10 nonprofits at a time. The most common use case is fundraising for one specific organization, but we like to be flexible depending on what people's goals are and what the audience of the event is. Additionally, you can add in a fundraiser goal. This is optional as well, but if you're really trying to motivate attendees to hit your specific milestone or fundraise for a specific initiative that has a really targeted fundraising goal around it, then you can add that in so that when people are registering for their ticket, then they can be notified and kind of track the progress towards that goal that we're all working towards. That's right there within the create flow for OnZoom. Right, so once you've created your event, the donation option will appear right here on the event page through the ticketing process. So you'll see here for this event, once you've published it, your donation option appears when people are signing up for their ticket, and then you can make a donation right here. The donations, when someone donates, they're sent an instant tax receipt via their email address, so you don't have to worry about any of that. And someone can sign up for one-time or recurring donations. For nonprofits, the donations are dispersed within 30 days. And how that works, essentially, someone will make a donation today on the 19th. Donations are processed and then dispersed to the nonprofit within the first 10 days of the following month. And nonprofits can check, and I'll dig into this in a few slides, but nonprofits can also check, how many folks are donating and what their email addresses are and all of that stuff, so that you can continue the communication with your donors after they've made that donation. Great. The next step is you can add the virtual donations overlay to your live event. And this is optional, but we encourage folks to do it to really add that live and engaging element to your live event. So there, I'll turn it on for y'all in a second, but there's a live impact calculator that you see up in the upper left-hand corner that displays the total number of dollars that's been raised. And this is funds that have been raised through the ticketing process and through the live event. You'll see a real-time donor feed and your donation call to action via URL. So individuals are able to be reminded and shown how they can actually take action and make their donation. Let's stop this and turn it on for you all. So as you can see on my screen, and I'm going to make my face a little bit bigger for you all. So as you can see on my screen, we have the total dollars raised up here in the corner, as well as the number of folks who have been contributing to my campaign, the donation call to action here. And then when someone makes a donation, then their name appears in the corner. So the host of the event can say, hey, Brian, thank you so much for your $1,000 donation. We're really excited that you're joining us in our mission. And so it's a really engaging way for the host to be able to call people out, make those shout outs as they're donating. And during the event, the virtual donation overlay can be turned on and off depending on what the programming is. We've seen instances where people are having a violin performance and perhaps they don't want the donation overlay to be up during the performance, but they want the donation to be up before and after. It's really easy just to turn it on and off so that folks are reminded and encouraged to donate throughout the programming in a non-distracting way. So if you want to turn on your virtual donation overlay, then you can access it again through the OnZoom portal. When you're logged into your OnZoom host dashboard and managing your events, you'll have the option to check out the events that you've posted and look at your event summary. Within the event summary page, they'll share with you more information on the fundraiser that you've set up and also provide specific instructions and links on downloading and adding the virtual donation overlay to your event. So all of that is housed within the OnZoom host dashboard. Just a couple things to reiterate here. When folks are making their donations, they can donate either through Apple Pay, Google Pay, or credit cards. So it's just a quick, if you're donating via Apple Pay or Google Pay, it's literally just a one click and then you've donated. So we like to make it super simple. You're able to customize your event URL that appears in the bottom. The overlay provides you with your real-time donation feed, and the donor data and tax receipts are also all done instantaneously through the platform. When you're back on this page, when you're back here and you're looking at your instructions for the overlay, it'll send you to a page that instructs you on how to download and configure the virtual donation overlay. We're not going to dive into all of that right now. There's a video on the page, there's instructions, and then if you have any questions on that as you're working to add the virtual donation overlay to your event, feel free to contact us. zoomdonations@pledgeling.com is the best space to go to. And Andrea and I are available and around to help anyone get their donation overlay activated and feel comfortable using it. So take note of that if you have any questions at that point in time. Great. So I think a lot of folks who are on this line are representing nonprofits or somehow affiliated with nonprofits. So I'll dive in a little bit more on reporting that's available specifically to our nonprofit partners via pledgeling.com. So if you go to, if someone, yourself or someone else hosts an event through OnZoom and is encouraging folks to donate to your nonprofit, then you have the ability to access those donor email addresses and continue communication with them after the event. So you would go to pledgeling.com, go to resources, and then nonprofit access, and enter your nonprofit's EIN in order to gain access to the back end of the platform where all of that reporting is housed. And this is a place for you to track all of those analytics, see when people were most likely to donate during your programming and all of that. You can also create additional fundraising campaigns directly through that dashboard. So once you've logged into the dashboard through your nonprofit portal, you can download your donor data via CSV and upload it into whatever CRM system you're using. And you can also look at those real-time donation statistics and tie them to points in your programming. So if you had a really big ask about halfway through the program, then we'll timestamp all of those donations and you can see, hey, 50% of our donors donated during that really big ask. That was a really effective ask. We should replicate that. Or actually, it wasn't as effective as we thought. Let's rethink how we want to communicate with our donors those asks. So you can do all of that directly from the Impact Hub. Okay, so question, what donor data is available? The donor data that's available is the email, your email, the amount that they've donated, their name, when they donated, if they have chosen to not donate anonymously. If they've chosen to donate anonymously, then that's not there. If someone uses text to donate, which is another feature that we offer for free through our Impact Hub, then you will also receive their phone number. Great. And this is a quick case study that we can go over. We work closely with a lot of nonprofits, and this is a local one to the Los Angeles area called Social Venture Partners Los Angeles. Every year they do a really amazing and fun fast pitch event where they bring together a bunch of nonprofits to talk about the work that they're doing and to ask for funding. They had to shift the event this year, of course, to an all virtual setting using the Zoom platform. And it ended up being their biggest fundraising event to date. So they were able to raise more money at the virtual event with actually fewer attendees compared to some of their in-person events. So it was a really successful event, and they did some really unique things with the virtual donation overlay. So I've included a live replay of the event in the slides here that y'all can access afterwards if you're looking to see a visual of how a real nonprofit has used the tools in the past to encourage donors to fundraise. Great. And that's the end of the information that I will be covering so far, but I would love to open it up to any questions that anybody has, anything that I went over too quickly or just want another refresher on. We're here to help.